Just riding around here in my pot of gold. I'm like a seed that's been dispersed from a tree. I feel kind of lucky today. Maybe a little charmed. Alright, second graders. How we doing? Wasn't that fun working with seed distribution models yesterday? So good. Well, today we're going to continue our work with seeds, but this time a little bit different. Now they've already fallen, but what do they need to survive? And the question is, could a plant survive without light? Kind of an illuminating question, isn't it? It's illuminating because it's bright and yeah. Okay, so what does a seed need to grow from a seed to a plant? We can carry out investigations to test our questions. So this is going to be, we're going to come with kind of some basic ideas and then let's test them up. So our learning target is I can plan and carry out an investigation to answer questions about light and plant growth. Light and plant growth. All right. We gotta think on that one. That sounds like going, oh, all right. This is really exciting. Okay. So Jacina Hayes, Princeton graduate in 2018, she wrote her senior thesis project. So she studying environmental science. She got to write a whole project on analyzing the environmental impact of vertical farming versus conventional farming. Now, vertical farming is really cool because they don't plant the crops in soil. They plant them kind of in these little hydroponic water pod things, and the water circulates through, and they can grow amazing crops in real small areas. And so she got to do her senior project, her research thing on this, looking at particularly at kale and looking at different lettuces. And what's super cool is that the group, their study group, then they took all their food they harvested and they worked with the culinary arts team and they had a big banquet and the people ate and just, science and food and it was just so exciting. So I left the link up here because there's a really cool video about the Princeton kids doing their research and another one talking about math and how they're using math, these really complex things to figure things out. It's just a really, really exciting thing that these young pups, right, are doing real science and they're going to go out and change the world. And so hopefully you'll do something like that too. So what scientists do and what Jacina did, asked questions that can be tested. So she was curious about farming types, so she figured a question that could be tested. And we are going to look at cause and effect, the amount of light and how well things grow, cause and effect, right? It's a big part of science. Way to go. Nice job there, researchers. All right, so what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to get your I'm in the sun. Your handy dandy science journal. And, whoops, go back. All right. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to draw your favorite plant. What is your favorite plant? It could be something from the garden. Maybe it could be, like me, one of my favorite trees, ponderosa pine. Love the ponderosa pine. I love the bark. This bark is so cool. Juniper trees, even though they're kind of messy, it's like, I love juniper trees, right? So draw your favorite one, and then what do plants need to grow from a seed to a plant? I mean, what do they need in order for them to grow? Do they need water? Do they need dirt? Make a guess. How could you figure this out without Googling it or something like that? Because somebody else did the research on that. How could you science-minded second grader, how could you figure it out? What could you do? Is there a way we could test it? Is there a way we could come up with a way to actually do it? I bet there is. You can do it. So I'm pause it. Yeah, so if you need time, pause, do your work, and then come back to this. All right, so here I've got two pictures, and I've got two different questions. One question is, do plants need water? Okay, do plants need water? The other one I'll put my face up in the dot. Do plants need dirt? Which ones do you think? Which one? Probably the water one might be kind of tough to tell, but I bet you can tell the one, do plants need dirt? Process of elimination. All right. So on the count of 3, I want you to shout it out which it's going to be. Do plants need dirt? Is it going to be A or is it going to be B? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. What? So you said B, huh? What clues? What helped you? What led you to that? Oh, because one is in dirt and one is not in dirt. Oh, okay. Do plants need dirt? Because then I'd be seeing if I could grow this and it's not in dirt, but this one is in dirt. Oh, so then what would this one be? Do plants, how would I change this one? Do plants need water? One of them I would, how would I do that? You know what? Put it in your science journal. Draw it up. What would you do to figure out if plants need water? What would you do for these? Would you give them, I mean, they've got different soils, right? What about water? Would I give them the same amount of water? Yeah, because that would have to be the same, right? Ooh, here I've got the same dirt, so what's the thing I would change? The water. Oh, I would put some water in one. I wouldn't put any water in the other one. Ah, I like the way you're thinking. Whoop, go back. All right. Oops, too far. Come on, Zerker, go back. All right. So your job today is to go and do some exploring with plants and look at the plants around you and think about, could they survive without light? I'm going to go hop back in my pot of gold and I'm going to go explore. Maybe eat some Lucky Charms. All right. Have a great day. Have some fun.